Guys, what you are going to witness in this game is sheer brilliance of Vishy Anand. The way he plays in this game is just simply mind blowing. It happened at the Levitov Chess tournament that's currently happening in Amsterdam, Netherlands. It started today. 5 rounds were played, and in the third round of the tournament, Vishy was against Wesley So. Now, Wesley is a very, very strong player. Vishy had the white pieces, Wesley had black, and let's go. E4 by Vishy. Wesley played the French defense, very interesting because generally he likes to play very solidly with e4, e5. But he goes for the French, d4, d5, knight to c3, and goes knight f6, e5, knight d7, f4. Vishy gains space, c5, knight to f3, knight c6, bishop comes out, bishop e7. This is all well-known theory. You have more than 5,000 games in this position. And now black goes a6. The idea could be to expand on the queen side with b5. Now Anand takes on c5. Wesley takes with the knight, and he plays his pawn up to a3. Black castles, and now queen f2 hitting the knight here. There are two main moves in the position. One is queen a5, the other one is b6. Both have been played before. He goes b6 here, and now Anand long castles. So already very sharp game developing. And actually, the funny thing is long castle hasn't been played before. b4 is the move that has been played many times over the board, around 11 times. Kramnik versus Mayer is a famous game here in this line. But long castle seems to be Vishy's new idea. Queen c7. Anand plays his bishop to d3. And now, Wesley had many ways to continue, and maybe the engines already say that he would get a nice position if he had broken in the center with f6. But Wesley plays bishop b7, Anand goes queen g3, and now f5. This is a pretty good move because you are blocking the bishop, and as we just said, if you take here, then after rook f6, already black is okay. So king b1 was played by Vishy. And now I think if knight e4 would have been played, black is fine. If knight takes d3 would have been played, also black is okay here. But he goes b5, and now starts Anand's amazing play. First question to you, what should white play here? Think carefully. What did Vishy play here? Okay, Vishy realizes that now the bishop here, the knight is not protected by the pawn, and so is very quick to take here. Very nice move, very strong move. Wesley takes back. Now, your next question. What should white play in this position? Look, if you don't play this move, then this entire idea doesn't make sense. Queen h3 is the only move to get an advantage, and Vishy plays it. Very nice move, very strong move. And I'm not going to reveal the reason why, but the queen is really well placed there. And one of the big threats in the position is knight g5. For example, if you play b4 here, which is a natural move to attack on the queen side, knight jumps in and attacks h7 and e6. Okay, so bishop c8 would have been the best move for Wesley, but he goes g6, and now comes a very nice move again. White to play. What do you do? Vishy now plays g4, and again a very powerful move, hacking at the king side. He's opening up lines. b4 was played by Wesley, and maybe it's a good time for you to once again think, what would you do here as white? Vishy's play has been just spectacular, just all accurate moves. Okay, the first thought that could come is I would go knight a4 here, and that's not a bad move, hitting the bishop. But Vishy was much stronger here. He takes on f5. Now, already it's very difficult to meet this move. If you decide to take with the e pawn, then already the d5 pawn is hanging. And if you take back with the g pawn, then there is knight a4 now. And you will see that the g file has opened up. and the queen can move in and the knight can move in, and it's a very strong attack, believe me here. So that's the reason why Wesley actually took on c3, the knight, and Vishy said, okay, now I'll take here fg6. And in fact, in this position, white doesn't really have a very concrete threat, because see, queen takes here is defended by the queen. If pawn takes, then the king can sit okay on h8. Yes, maybe e6 is hanging, and so Wesley said, let me protect it with my rook. And now for your next question, what do you play here as white? I was amazed by Vishy's next move, and the speed, and the accuracy with which he played, because the time control was 10 minutes plus 5 seconds. To find rook at g1 here is brilliant. Why? Because you are actually giving up the rook here. Bishop takes. By the way, you could play the other rook as well to g1. Bishop takes, rook takes. And now what Anand realized is that even though he's a rook down, he has a bishop in the attack, a knight in the attack, a rook in the attack, and a queen. And not to forget, this little pawn also is a very powerful attacking unit. Wesley could hardly figure out how to defend this. Maybe g6 could have been an idea. Sorry, h6. But then there is g7 and followed by queen takes h6. So that's the reason why rook takes f4 was played here by black. And in came the move. Now again, you have to think, come on, this one, very nice finish here. If you are a romantic, you would have found this, and Anand played this brilliant move. Queen takes e6. What a move this is, man, amazing. Because look, rook takes e6, g takes h7, check. If the king moves here or here, it's already queening. So if you go to h8, boom, checkmate. So Vishy played king f8, and after g7, Wesley resigned because h8 queen is unstoppable. With this, Vishy Anand actually managed to beat Wesley So, and this is really a brilliant game in my opinion. One of Anand's amazing attacks, and it was flawless to the core. So that just goes to show how strong Anand is even at this age, and he's able to attack, calculate everything brilliantly. Okay, let's have a look at one very small snippet from his next round, because he was playing Ian Nepomniachtchi, who is right now one of the best in the world. Both Wesley and Ian are the best players. And this Anand is black. He's just brought his knight back, and you will see that this knight is hanging. So he goes knight b5, Nepo. He takes, king takes, check. And now king g4, and the position should end in a draw here. But he went king e5. And now your question, what did Anand play here? Well, Anand played this very cool move, knight f4. And I'm sure you found it, because now knight g6 is a checkmate. And also knight d3 is a checkmate. And you can't stop it, sir. All of a sudden, he had to sacrifice a knight. Bishop takes. And now black is a piece up, and Anand went on to win. So this is how Vishy managed to score 2 wins, and he drew his remaining games on day 1 of Levitov Chess. 5 rounds were played, and here if you see, this one, these are the standings. Vishy now leads this with he's in the second spot with 3.5. Aronian is leading with 4 out of 5. And this tournament is organized by Ilya Levitov, a very big chess connoisseur and a supporter of chess. He's on the left here. On the right is Mark Glukovsky. And these wonderful pictures have been sent to us by Lennart Ootes of Vishy Anand here. And Wesley was in for a very tough time today against Vishy. I am simply amazed at how Anand is able to play such high quality chess. He's not playing much. He says himself he's semi-retired, yet he takes on guys like Wesley and Nepo and beats them who are in their prime. Well, let's see if Vishy manages to win this event, because it's a tough one. You have Dubo, Swidler, Mamidiaro, Gelfand, all these strong players, Nepo, Kramnik, Grishchuk. And it's a double round robin of 10 plus 5 and 18 rounds. I'm leaving tonight for that event along with Amruta. We'll be reaching the second half of the event and bring you more stuff from there. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off.